Welcome to Two Structures Homes, where every home is built with the unique needs of professionals like you in mind. Whether you're drawn to a sleek, modern look, a classic farmhouse charm, or something entirely unique, we take one floor plan and make it a perfect fit for your style. Choose from open layouts that maximize natural light, elegant home offices, or serene spaces for relaxation, customized to fit the way you work, unwind, and live. At Two Structures Homes, our expert designers and craftsmen bring your vision to life, from the smallest details to the biggest dreams. Discover a custom home that's built around you. Explore the possibilities today with Two Structures Homes.
Hi, I'm Jay Evans, the owner of Two Structures Homes, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the video that we had done recently behind the walls, and showing you what most builders won't show you is what goes on behind the walls, because most builders will do the least expensive things they can behind the walls because no one can see them. So a buyer's never going to see the stuff behind the walls unless something goes wrong. So what we're doing today is that Dave was looking over our HERS rating for one of the houses that recently got scored and has been sent over to us, and he was going through it and noticed some problems with it because the score wasn't as good as we thought it should be. And sort of what we do in our business at Two Structures, it's very important for us. The HERS rating is a very important scorecard for us. It's a way we measure our quality of the home. It's a way we measure how well it's done, how well our trades are doing. It's just an all-around quality control metric that we can use to say, what's this house performing like, and did we meet our goal of a HERS score? So and we're going to go into it a little bit about, why you should care about a HERS score. If you're dealing with what I call the national builders or publicly stock traded builders, most of them don't do HERS scores. They're building the house as least expensive as they can, and in the case here locally, they use, in most cases, the least expensive subcontractors and the least expensive materials to get the cost down as low as they can. For us, we're doing stuff behind the walls that costs us quite a bit more money, in most cases thousands of dollars more than doing, say, a code built house. So this is kind of a scorecard, and Dave was looking over one of the houses this morning, and it came in at a 51 HERS score, which is a good solid score, but we know that's not where we normally score. So he was looking through it to kind of see what was going on. But the other thing that Dave will talk to you a little bit about is just this document has a lot of stuff. So if you want to know about the energy efficiency features of your house, it says it on here about what the SEER rating is, what the natural gas, in our case natural gas AFUE, what our percentage is on that, what the house tightness is, the windows, the ventilation. So it goes through the metrics of the Energy Star program for us, in our case, the Energy Star program, so that we can get everything to meet the standard and meet or exceed the standard of Energy Star. So Dave, what was it that kind of brought this up this morning?
Well, so in this particular house, in this particular neighborhood, it's a smaller home. And so when it comes in with a higher score than one of our more recent homes that we also had a score of 48, this one's a smaller home. I knew it was a smaller home. I'm like, there's a problem with that, right? So
when you say smaller home, are we talking 1,500 or
yeah.
Are we talking?
Right around 1,500 square feet on this one, whereas this one here was right around 2,000 square feet. Yeah, a little over 2,000 square feet. So basically a 500 square foot difference, but this one had a higher score. So part of my thing is that this score matters to Jay. It matters to me. And it's basically our scorecard that tells us, did we get an A, B, C, D on the house? Well, we've been doing lots of things to improve our score overall. It matters that much to us. We hope it matters to our buyers. We think it does. But that was the number to answer your question. That 51 came across. I'm like, that's not right. There's something wrong here. And so I'm looking into it. The biggest thing is that the square footage is, is fat fingered on here. So we've got a 2,200 square foot house that's actually 1,500 square feet. So that'll be revised, and we'll take another look at it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it here, and I know this house is a 2,034 square foot house, and that one over there actually has a higher utility consumption than this one. On this HERS and on this HERS score, Kelsey will put a snapshot up, and you can see it. But it basically tells us what the utility bill should be for this house, and that's just the cost of heating and cooling the house. It doesn't include televisions, washer dryers, stuff like that. It's just the heating, cooling, and hot water of your home. And on this particular one, it says that the annual savings would be $751 compared to an average U.S. home. So there should be a savings of $700 per year on the home, and that's at today's rates. I doubt seriously electricity is going to go down. I expect that our energy costs will go up. So today it may be $750, but 10 years from now that could be $1,500, $2,000. So those savings, not only savings today, but there'll be savings into the future when you're using the home.
And that's a savings on gas as well, on your gas bill, as in this particular case on this home, right?
Yeah,
is your gas bill and your electric bill. Doesn't account for water usage, but it does account for those utilities. Pretty low, $1,000.
Yeah, so
annual cost.
Technically, an average $100 a month. I know in my personal house, we used a lot of the features that we do in our normal house, except for we foamed the walls. We went well into December before we even turned our heat and air on, before we had to turn our heater on. So the scores work. Today I think it's 14 degrees outside in our office here. I turned the heat down to 65 and from 73, and it only cooled down. It only cooled down 2 degrees overnight, so it holds the heat real well, and so you can see the inefficiency of it. One of the things that I think is kind of interesting about it is, and I don't recall what they call it, but it's interesting that I think I see it in my house personally is that we have an energy efficient house, and my wife walks through the house, Trish, and leaves every light on, so you can tell what part of the house she's been in because the lights are on. So she uses more energy because she thinks it's less expensive, or the house is using less. So so I think that's a kind of a deal that's changed over the years as the house has got more, as particular our case, our house has got more efficient. She used more lighting and keeps the house cooler in the summer than she used to.
So your comfort level's increased.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because the house is more efficient.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the house is more efficient. We don't have the drafts the way that we did in a house, our previous house. Quite honestly, when we bought that house, it was built for us, and we didn't know a lot of the stuff that's in here. It wasn't until I got into the industry that I started paying attention to this. So we could feel the different drafts certainly used more energy. We were definitely more conscious of what the thermostat was set on, and today we're less conscious of what that thermostat's set on, and we don't move the thermostat near as much as we used to.
Right. Yeah. And to be clear, this house is actually an Energy Star rated home. It meets or exceeds the Energy Star 3.1, which is the latest version requirement by the government for Oklahoma. So it's not just a HERS score, because you can get a HERS score without doing Energy Star, but we do both. And if you're doing Energy Star, you're going to get a HERS score, but not necessarily the reverse. And again, this is just a way for us, when we talk about that last video that we had, when we're pointing out different things, this is what judges, did we do it well?
Absolutely. It's the scorecard of, did we do what we said we were going to do behind the walls? So we'll kind of wrap it up here, but if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to reach out to us. All right, so if you find this video informative, would you please give us a thumbs up? And if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. Thank you.